Step 1. Take apart the clock.
The first part you need to do with the clock is you need to unscrew it. We don't actually need to keep these, so what we want to do is we want to take little bags, something like this, and you can kind of just put the screws and stuff in it. So I just put these screws in because we're going to actually tape it together. So next thing we need to do is just got to open the clock up. See? Now we're taking off. Now you can actually see sometimes these little bearings will come off. So you see here how little bearings come off. You can put it back on. It actually really doesn't matter. Put it on. And it's not going to come off. Anyways, you're going to have to take this whole thing apart. So I'd recommend having quite a lot of space. Oh, just going to open this up. You see now it is open.
Step 2. Cleaning the clock.
Next you just want to get some like kitchen roll toilet paper, something like that. And we're just going to clean the clock now. Now mine's new, so I don't have to do it, but it will just look like this. So I'll clean every part of it. That's actually what you have to do.
Step 3. Lubing the clock.
Next, you're going to take your lube that you want. I personally use Pie Lube Red. Now, there's two things you have to do. First of all, there's two parts of this. You put one bit of lube on every bit, I'd say. So here, here, so one here. Put another one here, 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 and here. There's one between each clock, and also the center one as well. And it's just a little drop, you don't need loads. But I also kind of like to just put another drop over here. And what you can do next is you're going to take a paper towel and you're just going to rub all of it. Make sure that lube gets everywhere. But now what you do is you can put one drop and you put it in the middle of these little dial things. So just like this. So there's a drop there. And you do that for all of the pieces. Don't have to be loads again, it can just be a little bit. Now you're gonna take a paper towel and you're gonna do it like this. You're just gonna make it so it goes all around the thing. Okay, and now, so you're done with lubing this one. So we can actually just use this side and we can do it with the black one again. So that's it for lubing essentially. So you can just put lube away, you don't actually need it anymore.
At 3.5, EStar exclusives.
So next, you'll find that actually in the EStar clock, you'll find that it has these little magnets in. And what these help with, essentially, is, see these, right, the dials. You can see it, there's one magnet at 12, one magnet at 6 o'clock. But sometimes, if you want a greater magnet strength, you want to add another magnet. So, what you can do is you see 3 and 9, they're the most logical place to put it. The way we do it is to know which side is right. You gotta see. So we'll put these magnets and we'll hold it up to here, the other magnet. You can see if it attracts, and that's bad. You actually want it to be the other way. So you want to put it the other way. And if it repels, then that's good. Now what you want to do is you're gonna put it into 3 o'clock and you're just gonna push it. It's really hard, but you'll see that it's gone straight in to the actual one, and then you can just push away the rest of the magnet. Alright, you see I've put the second one But what you can actually do is, say you want just this, like, just this one to come out, and you want both, or you want both. If you want one to come out, you can actually push it on the back. You push it in, and you can push it, and you just take it out. You see now it's come out. And then, but if you do want this, you can just put it on each side and then just repeat it for the rest of the dials.
Step 4, closing the clock.
Once you've done all the magnet stuff and all the lubing, you can actually just reassemble the clock. So I like to start the white side, put the white dials in, then we're going to put the corners. And then we're going to put the clear cover on. And we're also going to take mine. So this is where 12 is. We're going to put that this way. So look at where 12 o'clock is. We're going to put it this way. Now we're also going to put the pins and taking mine. Make sure all your stuff will. I personally like to put all these pins in, just make sure they'll work. Do some turns. Okay. Then we're going to move on to the back side. Put all these pieces in. And now you can actually see, look how this goes up, so it must mean that I probably put a magnet on, so I'm just going to check. So now I'll just put it in the casing. You don't need to try and force it in, it'll just fall in. Now we know that 12's on this side, so let's just look at where 12 is. So if we put it on like this, should be fine. And the pieces fell off. That is great, isn't it? Put it right on there. And then eventually, if you just twist it a bit and stuff, it'll just go on. Yep, it's on right on. Unfortunately, one of the bearings have come off, but I just put that right back on. And once you put the clear case in, it's fine. So you do need to put it on straight.
Step 5, taping the clock.
So now what we're going to do, so you've probably seen a lot of like top viewers tape their cube together. I'm going to do that. I just like to use some tape. You can just use sellotape, you can just use whatever, just as long as it keeps the pieces together. Basically what this does is it evens out the tension throughout the whole clock, so you don't have to use screws. You can just take a piece off for this little bit, and you can put it in the clock. I've taken a bit too much, so I'm just going to cut that off. This is why I said to remove the screws, so you not keep them, because you just don't really need it because of this tape board. As I said, it keeps the tension even. You don't actually need a whole lot of tape. You get enough to the point where you feel comfortable with just being able to just be there. And once you put the tape on, it'll just swim fast. Now the thing with the lube is that it does, if you have fast lube, the clock does get really fast. And sometimes what happens is you actually have a problem where it's like this might just jump here and hit a pin. So yeah, I personally like to leave my clock 2 weeks before a competition, otherwise that might happen. Anyways, that's the end. Yeah.